Hey, so we got a little bit of a double whammy this week in the way of inflation reporting, so let's take a closer look at what that means for the mortgage industry. Hey, so welcome to this week's Mortgage Minutes with Mitch. I'm Mitch Jenkins, Senior Loan Officer with Your Home Financial. So before we dig into the reports, I do want to give a quick shout out to Russell Real Estate Services, a phenomenal company. And this week I had the privilege of attending their awards banquet, which was at the Aviator over by the airport. And what a great time, but one of the biggest takeaways was what they do for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Now, they don't really advertise this a whole lot, but they've been able to raise, just last year, over $119,000 for the Make-A-Wish. Now, in 10 or so years that they've been working with them, they've managed to raise over $1.5 million. I mean, that's enough to grant over 150 wishes for kids with severe illnesses, some that might be terminally ill. So just a great cause, and to see that dedication to that organization, it's incredible, and just want to give Russell a quick shout out for that. Right, so as far as the headlines go, the consumer price index came out a little bit hotter than expected. So it did show inflation cooling, just not cool enough or as much as was expected. So the double whammy came in with the producer price index. That came out this morning, and that showed that producer inflation also cooled, but not as much as was expected. So it missed the mark by a little bit more than the consumer part. At the end of the day, is that a huge deal? Not necessarily. There's going to be some bumps in the road. Every report's not going to come back favorable, but it did have a negative impact on mortgage rates. So if you are thinking about buying a home, does it mean you should wait? Not necessarily. And I say that because there's a lot of other things that the Fed is going to take into account when they make their decisions on what to do with rates. So, retail sales came in very, very off the mark, really slowing down. Manufacturing is showing some signs of slowing. So, I really focus on inflation because that's the biggest measure that the Fed's been watching, but there are a lot of other things that they pay attention to as well. So at the end of the day, you can never quite time the market perfectly. The biggest takeaway is you don't want to lose out on the benefits of being a homeowner. And with the market being as hot as it is, with home values appreciating, you're definitely leaving money on the table if you are waiting. So if you have questions, if you want to dig in and take a look at what prospects of buying a house are for you, we'd love the opportunity. Let me know how I can help. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.